Hi you guys, welcome to my Venus through Sign series. This is for Venus and Gemini. So if in your birth chart your Venus is sitting in the sign of Gemini, this is for you. If you don't know where your Venus is placed, you can go to any free astrology website such as astro.com. Enter your birth time, location, and place, and it's going to generate a free birth chart for you. Just look and see what sign Venus is in. If it's in Gemini, this is for you. Also, you don't need to know your exact birth time. You could put 12 p.m. If you don't know it, that's fine. And also, sometimes your Sun and Venus can be sitting in the same sign, so it doesn't matter. This still applies to you. Alright, so I've already shuffled and cut the cards. Let's go ahead and begin here. I want to thank all of you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you please continue to do so. Thank all of you that have hired me for your private and personal readings. Remember, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they do. Okay. So, starting off, we have the heart of the situation, the 7 of coins. We have the wheel, 2 of wands, the 5 of cups, Page of Pentacles or Page of Coins. We have the Moon. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have Justice. Okay, so with the 7 of Coins here, I feel like you guys are reflecting and kind of admiring all the hard work that you have invested your time and energy into. You're just kind of sitting back and waiting for the results. I feel like this is something that you have put a lot of effort into, so you're just ready to reap the benefits of, you know, all that work you put in. There has been a major shift or change in your life. And for some of you, I feel like Jupiter, the transit of Jupiter is bringing a lot of blessings in for you. There are things that you've been waiting for that it's been a lot of delays, and everything is going according to plan, though. You just have to continue to have patience. Continue to keep that optimistic outlook. I feel like a lot of you are, you know, like people have been coming to you and saying, I thought you said you were going to do this by this time, or I thought this was going to happen. And I almost feel like it's like hater energy. And you are just keeping a positive attitude and saying, oh, what's going to happen? Like, nothing's changed, and you're having like a positive attitude towards the things that you've been trying to manifest in your life, whether that's money, a relationship, or a career. You know, there's things that you're waiting to happen, and everything is happening according to plan. You are on the right path. And I just see that you are passionate about something. You hold the key. You hold the key to something. Whatever these delays are, the answers within you. You're going to be able to move forward with those plans, even though there have been delays. Just trust your intuition, because your blessings are on the way. Now, although I've said all of that, I feel like you guys are still going to, I feel like trauma for some reason. Some of you have been traumatized by the past, and it prevents you from moving forward. Like, you're afraid that if you think positive thoughts that you're going to, that's going to derail your plans or something. I'm feeling a sense of paranoia. You're afraid of your own shadow. There's these fears that you're having, these insecurities that are getting in the way. You're letting your emotions get the best of you from time to time. So be very mindful of that. Some of you are just having a hard time moving on from a past relationship or something that you were emotionally invested in. Even if it wasn't a relationship, whatever you had put a lot of your time and energy into, I feel like one thing went wrong or didn't go according to plan, and then you just fall out all over the place. Like, oh, I'm doomed, doom and gloom. And it's just like, you know, that was a bad omen, a bad sign. And it's just like, stop doing that. Like, you're your own worst enemy. You are, what do you call it? It's like you have a habit of self-undoing, self-sabotage. So don't feed into those fears. Just because something happened in the past, it's not going to happen again. But you have to believe that. You have to understand it. You're creating like this residual energy that you have. You're recreating it over and over again. So learn to let the past go. Stop holding on to it. It's like you're holding on way too tight to the past. Feel like you're disappointed. Someone let you down, and you're letting that get the best of you. Some of you are still not over this earth sign. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And either you were dealing with this sign or this person and you're not over them, or you're not over what you guys went through, or you're letting your fears prevent you from moving forward with this person. There is someone that could be waiting for you to approach them, but you're stuck in your own past. You're still having some sort of pity party, and it's not attractive too. Eventually they're going to see that you are insecure, so stop it, please. Now, if this isn't you, this could be how you're viewing someone. Like, you see their insecurities and you're just like, ugh, that is a turn off. You know, like, you have so much going for you and you don't even recognize it. So be very mindful of that. But there is this person, they have this innocence to them, and you feel like, oh my God, they're reminding me of someone from the past. Like, you're afraid that your history is going to repeat itself, because they remind you so much of this time, or this person that you were with. Even I want to go back to someone that you were with in high school or college, like your first love, and they have like all those qualities or something. But that's not going to happen. We have the moon here, and again, yeah, this is tying into that past energy, that residual energy, and these subconscious fears that you're having. I feel like this person is triggering your anxiety. You're being paranoid about everything. Like, stop creating these false what ifs, these false ideas, like, especially the negative ones. You can say what if, but make it positive. Like, what if we get married? What if we are together for 10 years? I mean, be optimistic about it. Not, what if it doesn't last? What if this doesn't happen? What if, you know, I just kind of feel like you're focusing on these past fears. Something happened in your past. And I feel like, too, this person is helping you actually recognize that you have a pattern of this. Especially if you are in a relationship. I feel like this person is showing you, like, you might be putting the blame on them, saying, or doing a lot of finger pointing, like, had they not done this, had they not done that. Like, stop doing that and focus on you. How can you fix yourself? How can you improve yourself? If you are with a person who is mistreating you, why are you in that relationship? You know, that's something that you need to look at yourself. Like, well, damn, do I really feel like maybe I like being tortured? Maybe I like it when they call me names. Maybe I like it when they won't love me. Maybe I have a glutton for abuse. Like, you know, these are things that need to be reflected back to you. These are your own fears and paranoias, and you need to recognize that. You need to face these fears. And this, I feel, has something to do with like residual energy from your past. Like, I want to say past lives, but I kind of have a new view developing on past lives. I feel more so like past lives are just kind of DNA from our ancestors, things being carried over, things that they experienced and went through that's been passed back down to us, and now we're experiencing things that they didn't resolve in their life. So now it's upon us to awaken to that and to resolve that. Also, some of you could be dealing with someone who suffers from some sort of mood swings, or you guys are like completely opposite of one another, but yes, there's this deep emotional bond that you have with this person. And for some of you, I feel like you're empaths, or dealing with an empath. With the Two of Coins here, I do feel, like I said, something about this repeated, you're making the same mistakes over and over again. This is some on and off again relationship. If you're single, it's because you keep falling back into these fears over and over again. You're having a hard time pulling yourself out of your this negative space. Being a Debbie Downer, or having all these insecurities, they're getting the best of you and they're holding you back. And you're not realizing that you need to own responsibility and stop having pity parties and blaming other people. You know, just pick yourself up and move forward and recognize that you are valuable and that you are worthy, that you do have an opinion. For some of you, I feel like you need to speak up for yourselves. Stop letting people walk over you or run over you. Get out of that pattern, because you're repeating the same thing over and over again. I almost feel like you know it's when it's going to happen, but you still end up doing it. I feel like you do need some emotional balance. You're going to get what you deserve. It's like at some point you've got to make some sort of decision, because for some of you, you've been treading thin waters and trying to make some sort of decision, and there's been a stalemate because you can't make up your mind. You're going back and forth like a Libra. You're like, I don't, should I? No. Okay, I'm going to do it. Nope, I changed my mind. And you're, going back and forth with yourself. So I feel like eventually you are going to make this decision, but you need to recognize some things first. For some of you, also may be dealing with court legalities. You might have to find yourself going to court a lot, especially if like Jupiter is transiting your 6th house, or if Jupiter is in contact with your Venus. I don't know, for whatever reason it is resurfacing some sort of court issue. So I mean, even like tickets, unpaid tickets, or things like that, whatever is unresolved, you need to tie those loose ends. Just take care of it so that it stops coming back to you. And then too, some of you could be dealing with a Libra, or someone who's very indecisive. Make sure you're not putting more into the relationship than the other person. I'm seeing, like, with these 3 cards here, that there's some difficult decisions that you're going to have to make. So prioritize. With the 7 of Coins, this is saying prioritize and make those decisions. Just start cutting through everything. Stop overthinking things and just start making those decisions. And then moving into the week of November 19th, you're going to be dealing with the issues of, again, giving. With the Star here, some of you could be dealing with someone that is at a distance. For some of you, you have some sort of telepathic connection with someone. But for the most part, I feel like you've been communicating with someone that's far away. You might be losing hope. This is also always a reminder to have faith. Because your dreams are going to come into fruition, just not when you were expecting it. This is also being guided and being blessed by the universe. And you're going to receive some sort of gift, or you're being asked to share your gift. So it could be two things going on here. Or in order to receive some blessings, you need to give of yourself some type of way to uplift humanity. Like if you're a light worker, you need to share your gifts so that you can receive some blessings in return. There needs to be a balance in your actions, in your karma, in your actions. There needs to be some sort of balance restored. Some of you could also be dealing with an Aquarius. I'm feeling some of you feel either someone is being trapped, like someone is seducing you in order to trap you, like you're being manipulated, or someone is putting on a facade. Like I almost want to say like leaving out like a trail of goodies for you to follow, and it's all to trap you. So someone's pretending like they're really loving and considerate and nurturing, but they're really just trying to trap you or manipulate you somehow. Or they fit this is one of those type of people that like they do a bunch of favors for you, and you're like, oh, thank you, you know, and they're like, oh, no problem, don't worry about it. And then the next thing you know, they're like, I need you to do this favor for me because remember when I did this and that for you? And it's like, whoa, I didn't ask you to do that. But they're like, no, but you know, I did that for you. So you have to be careful of that type of person. I know somebody like that. Oh my God. So be careful of someone's intent when they're giving things to you. Now, also, this could go the other way around, and this could be you. You might be that type of person that gives and gives, and you're being so loving and so nice and so angelic, and you're really just spinning your little web around this person and trying to bind them some type of way or manipulate them into staying, especially if you're in some sort of relationship and you feel insecure, like they're going somewhere, so you're doing things to make them feel like they have to stay. This is someone using one of their tricks or spinning their web, like using one of their tricks to get what they want. With the Six of Wands here, I feel like you're going to have like some popularity, or you're going to be supported. Your ideas are going to be supported. You're getting some sort of recognition that you deserve. And then for some of you, this is just both you and your partner being supportive of one another. If you're single, some of you are using spell work to get some sort of popularity. You're attracting, it's like an attraction spell. And, you know, people can't help but to notice you. You're coming off really confident, and that's not for everybody, but I feel like you're coming off really confident, and you're able to move forward with whatever it is that you were trying to move forward with, something that you're passionate about or someone that you're passionate about. So for some of you, it's like you wanted to pursue someone, and you're going to have the confidence to do so for whatever reason. And for some of you, I feel like you are like the ones I said that dabble in spell work. You're giving someone the confidence so that they can pursue you. Some of you might be interested in a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This Queen of Cups has come out in the past 3 readings. So there's someone that you might have on a pedestal or secretly admire, have been having some sort of fantasies about, or someone has been fantasizing about you. This also could mean that because of the Six of Wands, something coming from both ends, that you guys both are fantasizing about one another, but someone is not speaking out about it. But I feel like they will, or they'll at least give you a clue that they're interested. For those of you that are in relationships, be careful of a water sign person or someone who's coming off very nurturing or loving, because I feel like they are trying to persuade your partner. They're like a third party, or trying to seduce your partner by giving them gifts or doing some heavy flirtation or making some sort of promises to them. Yeah. Somebody is trying to come in between your relationship. With the Three of Swords here, there's going to be some sort of heartbreak or separation. Those of you that are single, this can also go a couple of ways. This is either you are the cause of a breakup, you came in between someone, or if you're single, this means that someone, I don't know, hurts your feelings, or you find out something that breaks your heart. Like maybe you didn't know the person you were interested in was in a relationship, and you get a little heartbroken about something. And feel like maybe they betrayed you because maybe they led you on to believe that they were single and they're not. Or maybe they made you feel like they're interested, or whatever the case, and you find out like, well, what was all that for? And you're in a relationship, you know. So I feel like some of you might feel like maybe you weren't the only person they were interested in, or you might lose out to a competitor. Like if more than one person was competing for this one person, it's like, oh man, they chose this other person, you know. So I feel like a little hurt feelings here. And then for those of you that are in relationships, I feel like someone is like a third party. You might find out that you were the third party, or someone's going to come in between your relationship. So be very mindful of that. Even if it's just flirtation like that, they betrayed your trust. It doesn't, whenever I say cheating, I'm not always talking about somebody had sex outside the relationship. I just mean like someone could have confided in someone, or like had a friendship on the side, or were interested in someone. So some sort of betrayal that could cause a separation. Then we have the Two of Swords here. So again, I'm starting to get a lot of strong Libra energy in this reading. So some of you could be dealing with a Libra. But I feel like there is some sort of secret. Someone may have done something in secret, or they're holding some sort of secret, or you might be holding some sort of information, and being very guarded and not letting people get too close to you. Or because your heart got broken, then your defenses go up, and then you're like, well, I'm not ready to let anyone in. If there is a breakup, like your partner could try to return to you, and then at that point you're like, no, I don't want to, because I feel like you might do the same thing again. So I feel like you're going to become very secretive or become very guarded at some point because of your broken heart. But I feel like you can't keep hiding. Like you're going to have to deal with these issues at some point. There's going to be some sort of conflicts where I see people having some sort of disagreement and being pushed out of their comfort zone. So I feel like even though some things that are going to happen are stressful or hurtful, that all of this is to push you out of your comfort zone, or to force you to deal with some sort of unresolved issues that you've been having with this person, or that you've been having with yourself. This is all to help you. Although it doesn't seem like it, this is the universe way of getting your attention, getting you to correct any errors that you might have. So we have the Ten of Swords here. This is, again, more betrayal, backstabbing. I feel like people are going to also be instigating in your relationship, or people may have instigated in your relationship, especially a water sign woman. I don't know, or someone like a baby's mom, or mother of someone's child, or whatever. I just feel like there's some sort of betrayal going on. Things are going to be brought out into the open. There's some sort of secret that's going to come out, and it's going to cause like conflict. And when you find this out, you're going to start cutting people out of your life. You're going to find out who your real friends are and who your enemies are. And I feel like, you know, you're just going to start cutting people out of your life. And then we have the Hierophant here. Well, actually in this deck it's called Faith. So like I said, some things are going to be revealed, but it is all to get you to strength. I feel like it's to strengthen your faith. And I feel like you're going to be challenged too. Like the people that you're dealing with, or the person that you're dealing with, there may be some sort of conflict in your spiritual beliefs that you may have been ignoring. And it's like you can't ignore it anymore. It has something to do with spirituality, or like your, even like veganism, like something that's very important to you on your spiritual path. Is going to be the cause of the split in the relationship, because you guys aren't seeing eye to eye. And I feel too that you might seek out, for some of you, you're going to be seeking out professional help about something. So some of you might be going to see a counselor or seeing counseling to try to save your relationship. And some of you are going to feel betrayed by your faith or by your religious beliefs. Something that you had believed in wholeheartedly, something shakes your faith. You're going, something happens and you're like, this was all a lie. This isn't what religion is about, or this isn't what spirituality is about. So it's a big lesson for you to learn. I feel like you're going to become more spiritually awakened with the events that are going to take place that week. Alright, so you guys, this has been a general reading. I hope it resonated. Remember, for private readings, you would email namat76@gmail.com. That's in the information description box below. Just click on it. Make sure you guys are leaving your comments. I appreciate all of your comments, even if I don't get a chance to get back to all of you guys. And please continue to like, share, and subscribe. So thank you so much for supporting me, and many blessings to you.